It does show some character when you can fall back and then get back up on your feet. And I've had other teams that didn't do that, so we've got a long way to go. But I think that was another big 5-1's a heck of a start.
The process never really ends. Once a season begins, you're always on to the next team. My job specifically is to go on to the next team and help in the scouting with the assistants, and we're always trying to stay ahead. So we play Ohio State this weekend. We'll have Wisconsin finished before we play Ohio State, so when the assistants come back from the game, and Coach Izzo, he'll have everything broken down so we can maximize their time.
Our defense and our offense is based on learning, and there's not a better tool to learn from than the videos.
Yeah, Jordan is excellent. I feel like he's always on his toes when it comes to knowing the team's plays and having it all ready for us. He always got it, set up so simple as possible so we can be ready.
There's a passion for the game, there's a passion to help people, and there's a passion to be involved in big-time atmospheres and environments that has grown since I've been here. The Final Fours and the Carrier and the game in Germany, and even just being on the road in the Big Ten, it's a big deal.
I think the one thing that is very impressive about Jordan is that he never settles. He wants to make this facet of our program better. He wants to make our program better, either by learning from NBA programs or even other college programs. He's constantly trying to help this program evolve.
And there are a lot of challenges in the video software world as well, so it keeps things interesting, and it changes year to year, and there's new problems that comes up every day.
Where he has changed the way this basketball program does things, both before a game, before a practice, and after.
Our coaching staff is very good at trying to learn and try to adapt, and I think that really starts with Coach Izzo, who started in video. If he wasn't such a big proponent of video, I know some of their staffs, their head coach isn't as involved or a big proponent of it. Their coaching staff isn't, but here it's different. Our coaching staff understands the importance of video, and it starts from the top.
And I started out as a video coordinator, so I can appreciate the things that he does. But like I said, I think Jordan, first and foremost, ultimately wants to end up a coach.
And I did not play even at a low level, Division II, Division III level, so I felt that this was my way in. I was a manager for 3 years at Penn State, and you go from being a high school player to being a manager. It's tough, but you decide to get through it because you want to be around the game and you're still learning the game. And then I figured out that 3rd year as a Penn State manager that, hey, this might be an opportunity down the road if I can just stick it out and see what happens from there.
He's taking the necessary route, especially not being a player at the collegiate level, not having those relationships formed based on being a player. So he's on the fast track to me. One, to be able to have the chance to be in this program, but two, to do the things that he's done and have the experience that he has, and the fact that he takes so much pride in his work, I think enhances it even more. His chances of being not only a coach, but a great coach at any level. I think he's going to have the ability to ultimately become a very good head coach.
Yeah, my ultimate goal is to be a coach. I'd like to be an assistant. Hopefully that's the next step. The timetable, who knows when it will be, but I'm just trying to stay here, get as much experience as possible. When the time comes, I hope I'm ready to take the next step.
As you look at the things that he's doing and the things that he's learning, both from a technical standpoint and a technology standpoint, but a basketball standpoint, he's spending more time probably on every program than us, just based on slicing up different sets that a team may run, different personnel. He spends more time than anybody.
Yeah, the experience is invaluable. It's priceless. You can't put a monetary value to it. To be around Coach Izzo, be around the top, 3 assistants.
As a guy like Dwayne Stevens and myself and Mike Garland look to try to get head jobs at some point, obviously Jordan would be a great guy to bring on staff based on the experience that he has.
It's been a great experience, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've been so fortunate to stick around for now my 5th season, because the everyday lessons that you learn here at Michigan State are completely different, even in the video coordinator spot, than a lot of other programs.
%90 of the games are still going to be 4 or 5 points or less. I don't care if you're on the road or if you're at home. It's just the way it's going to be. You might as well reside to that. So focusing in on those little things, somebody talking to somebody, somebody reminding somebody to cut out.
We got to come out there, ready to play, have a lot of energy, and just stick together on the road. And
staying focused for 40 minutes is going to be the key when you go on the road. It's the people in this room. Everybody's got to get after it. Everybody that comes in, everybody on the bench. We're in a road game. We're an us against the world road game. When you're an us against the world road game, everybody's got to stick together. Let's go.
We got to go in there and stay focused and stay poised and not let the crowd get to us and play our best basketball.
I think sticking together and valuing each possession and trying to get out to an early lead, and if we get a lead, sustaining the lead. I think those are the main things that's holding us back.
They fought back, so that was a good game for us to just keep the lead and try and fight off and get a win.
Penn State is a pretty good team. They got those 2 good guards, and then they got size inside, and we just fought it out to the end.
Here comes Michigan State. Now to Bird, he'll measure a 3 ball. He got it.
We pride ourselves on getting our teammates a good shot, and that's something that we work on each and every day in practice, and now it's starting to go into effect in the game.
I learned a little bit about my team. I mean, it's hard to play through distractions, especially when you're on the road.
The Big Ten is very, tough, and Penn State is turning this program around by, being tougher every year.
He came in and gave us a big lift. He made some big baskets, got some big rebounds, and it just made a whole lot of things happen overall. So, I mean, that helped us out tremendously in the second half.
I was out the first half, and I seen how they was playing their offense and defense, and I just seen the open gaps, and I just wanted to make an impact and bring energy into the game.
To come out and stay focused and do that in 14 minutes, score 20 points. I don't know how many rebounds he had in 14 minutes is big.
We didn't really run any plays. We just, like you said, got motion in, and AP was hot, and BJ was all around the place, and Keith was getting everybody the ball, so we just bonded as a team.
I was zoned in and just wanted to make these shots and help our team get the win.
You got to do certain things in life, and little things can become big things. Yet I feel good that we found a way to win a game.
When I first got to campus, I was sort of interested in joining the team, so I called the front office, and they said that walk-on tryouts were scheduled. I believe it was October 15th that day, and all you had to do was show up with a pair of basketball shoes and a physical in hand, and you're in the door. So that's exactly what I did, and fortunately for me, an hour later I got the go-ahead to come back the next day, and a couple of days later I was dressed in a green and white practice uniform.
Being a walk-on here is like the best place in the world to be a walk-on, because I think walk-ons other places, they don't practice a whole lot. Sometimes they're holding pads and doing more manager type stuff, but here we're in the practice, 9 99% of the practice.
I mean, I played every year my entire life, but I never really played any AAU basketball at all. I just kind of played different sports in different high school seasons and just enjoyed the game and always played pickup in the off season, but just kind of played the high school seasons, played a little pickup every now and then, but that was about it, you know.
Well, I started at Valparaiso out of high school, and I went there as a preferred walk-on, and then I met Brandon Wood, who ended up transferring to Michigan State, and invited me, because I'm from Michigan, to come up to some open gyms here, and eventually kind of coach, talking to Brandon and some other guys talking to coach. They offered me a spot on the team to walk on, so since then I've been on the team for the last 2 years, and here I am.
I mean, I really don't feel like I'm a walk-on at all. I mean, besides the fact I participate on the scout team, which is great. We get the same treatments, the same gear, we eat the same meals, we get to travel on trips together, we go to all the meetings. It's basically if you're another scholarship player, member of the team, there's really no difference at all.
Those guys come in, they work unbelievably hard, and they know they're probably not going to play any game. But to see the fire and drive in them still every single day is pretty crazy. It's inspiring, actually.
Their dedication and commitment to the program is unbelievable. You know, those guys come in each and every day and go as hard as they can for the scout team. You know, and they haven't even had the opportunity to be privileged with a scholarship. You know, so you know, I tip my hat to those guys, and they are the people who makes us better each and every day.
We don't look at them like they're any different. I mean, we don't treat them down, or we don't say, hey, you guys, even if it's something as simple as going out to eat, they eat the same time we do. We don't look down on them at all.
It's a great experience. I think everyone told me right when I was offered a spot on the team or whatever, told me it's going to be a great experience. It's going to be, all these experiences are great. And, there's a lot of perks about being on a team. It's a lot of fun. But I always say that it always boils down to if you love basketball. Because if you don't love basketball, all that stuff seems, arbitrary. Like, you get over that pretty quickly. So you have to love basketball, and then everything else follows, and it's a lot of fun. You get a lot of opportunities.
It's always something new every year. It's great. I mean, even just practice, just chilling in the locker room with the guys after practice. I mean, you just feel like one of the guys out there. Like, I used to watch them on TV when I was a kid. I never really envisioned myself as being a part of that. Now that you're living that dream, you really seem like you fit in pretty easily, so it's kind of amazing how things change as you go through life.
There's no question, if you're trying to be a coach, this is like the ultimate place to be. I've learned so much that I would have never learned, even in other programs. Coach is the best coach in the nation, and there's no doubt in my mind. And playing for him, you learn so much. He's so intense. I mean, my personality's changed. I've learned so much. I feel like I'm prepared to do anything in the world now, the way I've been coached, the way I've been taught. And it's an honor to play for Coach. It really is.
Definitely, yeah, we get the same amount of coaching too, because once again, as I said, if we're not able to go out there and perform, then we're not helping the team at all. I mean, and obviously it's just great being around one of the greatest coaches you're going to be, Coach Izzo. I mean, you couldn't pick a better guy to play for, because he's always going to have the team performing pretty well and be on a successful team, which is where everybody wants to be. So it's great to be able to play for him.
The things that we get to do, and it's not even just, it's because we're at Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State, we're so innovative in doing different type things. You almost know every year we're going to do something crazy or something, really unique or different, and that's part of the, unique opportunity that you get to do when you come here.
Takes his time, puts it on the floor, a couple bounces, spins, and here's the shot, and it's good.
He's been good ever since he stepped on campus.
Hard work pays off, simple as that. If guys come in and put in extra time, it will simply pay off in the games and in the season and our record as well.
Oh, you gotta get in the gym when no one's looking. Get extra shots up before and after practice, and it really is done in the summertime. What you do in the summer dictate how your season will go.
It's all about repetition. Repetition, getting those shots up that you would normally get in a game situation or anything like that is really important. And hopefully that translates onto the court.
You definitely got to be all in, and if you don't, you stick out like a sore thumb, because everybody always brings high energy and everybody wants to be here. So if you don't bring that energy, you're going to stick out.
It may sound easy, but it's not. You just got to play hard, listen, believe, and do everything that is asked of you. Simple as that. And if that's done, you should be pretty successful here at Michigan State. We have access codes to get in the building at all times of night. We have shooting machines, whereas if we don't have a rebounder, it can pass us the ball back and we get our jump shots and stuff. So, and as far as film, it's all set up for us. They have computers and things of that nature, flash drives. it's all set in stone for us. We just have to come in and take advantage of it.
Our managers do a great job. Our video coordinator, Jayot, and even guys like KP, giving us every tool possible to get better, whether it's film or whether it's Q coming in and getting rehab in. I mean, this place as a whole, they're trying to get you prepared in every aspect.
Because it'll all show in the games. If you don't, you know, for me, if I didn't lose weight, I won't play right now. If I didn't work on my hook, you know, my hook won't go in. If Keith didn't work on his shot won't go in. So you got to do it. And only you know if you're really taking advantage of that or not. So it's just something you got to continue to do and grow as a player, and it grows on you being in the gym extra.
So it's just one of those things where those extra reps are going to help you, and they really get your confidence back too.
Coach is big on film, and it works. I mean, that's one way to improve, not just going out and shooting. Sometimes you got to improve your game mentally too. And that's one thing we're big on here, is watching you too. I mean, watching what mistakes you had in the game, what you could have done, what you should have done, and how you could have helped your teammates.
When you do that extra stuff, to him it shows you care. And if you don't, it means you're just happy to be here.
I mean, he wants to see people be successful and, you know, play beyond here. So he's going to push you all the time, and you know, if you got a good coach that's pushing you, he's going to make you want to be better.
Coach knows that guys can play offensively, or they can shoot, or do this or that, whatever the case is. But I think if you can show him a different aspect of your game, it really kind of gives him that confidence of, okay, you know, I'm gonna put this guy in this situation or whatever.
You know, that just lets him know that you want to be a player and you want to be successful.
And you got to value why you're here, and you just want to get better. That's the main thing. If you want to get better, it's going to show.
Sometimes we may not feel like doing it, you know, because of the hard and very intense practice, you know, but it's something that we know we have to do. So we kind of keep that in the back of our mind each and every day, and we know that, I mean, our hard work is going to pay off eventually. Once that happens, I feel like the light bulb goes off in guys' heads. You know, once we see the results and the good things that's happening, it just fuels us to do it even more.
I think the people who come in and work hard, in the end it'll work out for them, because good things come to those who work. So, I mean, just keep working and you'll see what happens.
This is going to be electric, and we're going to make it even more electric, all right?
The fans, they came out and supported us, and they stayed in tune to the game for the whole 40 minutes, and you know, that's pretty much what helped us stay alive in the game.
The crowd was electrifying. You know, the atmosphere was just nuts, and that's what we fed off their energy.
That's definitely the loudest I've ever heard it since I've been here, since I've been playing. And I mean, it was just, the energy was just electric. And I mean, I feel like it made us want to play that much harder just to get the fans going.
Good basketball team, you know. Whenever we would stretch out a little bit, they would come right back. They would come right back at us and hit a three or get an easy layup, you know. So you got to give credit to that team. They played as hard as they possibly could, and they made it tough for us all night.
Back at 5, Keith spinning move, ball knocked away by Kraft. He'll force it with 2 seconds left, and he got it! He got it! You got to be kidding me! Goes to Valentine for a 3-ball. No, oh my goodness, what a rebound by Dawson, up, and it's back in. How high did he jump to get that rebound?
I thought Dawson made some big offensive rebounds too, and So, you know, I mean, we're getting better.
You know, we are, you know, taking steps to being a better team. You know, our chemistry is coming along great. You know, we're working together as a team. You know, whenever we have some ups and downs, you know, we come together as a team, and we just playing well as a team, and our chemistry is building.
That's the loudest they've been all year, and they really helped us towards the end.
Every time we feel like we'll get up to 7 or 6, next thing you know, it's a tie game again. I mean, they kept pushing the whole game, and they fought to the very end.
Comes deep in the backcourt to Thomas. Back to Kraft for a 3 in the lead. No. What a rebound by Dawson. Tapping for the breakaway. It's up. He slammed it home. He slammed it home.
This is what you play, man. It is a classic game in different ways, and you know, I didn't think there was clank shooting. I just think that, I mean, both teams played hard.